Hi, friends. So we just learned how to subtract fractions with like denominators. So the next step is how to add fractions with like denominators. There really is not a big difference. The only difference is it does most times form an improper fraction, where then you have to convert it to a proper fraction, which then usually turns into a mixed number. Um, doing converting, talking about improper fractions and working with mixed numbers is something we're going to do later, uh, not in this lesson necessarily. So for now, in this lesson, you are allowed to leave your final answer in proper form, but when it comes to a test, you will be asked to simplify, reduce, and place it in proper form. All exams, you're always going to be asked to simplify and put your final answer in proper form. So I can, for this lesson, briefly show you what I'm talking about that's improper, and show you how you would turn it into a mixed number briefly, but that's not this lesson. That's not what this lesson's about. This lesson's just simply about adding fractions with a common denominator. Okay? So to add these fractions with a common denominator is the same thing as subtracting. So the steps are: make sure you have that common denominator. After you see you have a common denominator, you simply just add your numerators. That's it. Okay, after you add your numerators, you simplify if you can. Again, if the numerator, so I'll show you one. Oh, let me show you. So you have the common denominator. So you keep that denominator. The denominator stays the same. I add my numerator. 3 plus 3 is 6. Okay. Why is this an improper fraction? Okay, because the numerator is bigger than your denominator. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. This is improper, and you would have to convert it to a mixed number. But for now, we can just simplify it if you'd like. So they're both even numbers, so you can reduce this. So 2 goes into 6 3 times. 2 goes into 4 2 times. But again, on a test or an exam, you wouldn't be able to just write 3 over 2, because that's called an improper fraction. And you can never leave a fraction in improper form. So I'll show you briefly how you would turn it into a mixed number, but there's another lesson that's completely dedicated to this. So what you would do is you would say 2 goes into 3 one time, because 1 times 2 is 2, with a remainder of, so if 1 times 2 is 2 and you're subtracting it from 3, you have a remainder of 1, and then you keep your denominator of 2. So 3 over 2 is the same thing as 1 and 1/2. So on the test, your final answer would be, this is proper form. Okay, your final answer would be the mixed number 1 and 1/2. Okay. Moving on though, okay? So now we have 7/9 plus 8/9. So we know that we first look and see if we have a common denominator, and that we do. So we keep the denominator of 9. Okay. Then we add our top. 7 plus 8 is 15. Okay. Again, you always want to simplify, which we can. So 3 goes into both of them. 3 goes into 15 5 times. 3 goes into 9 3 times. Okay, and then again, this is considered an improper fraction, but for now, I'm just going to ask you to leave it as improper. But to turn it into a mixed number, you would say 3 goes into 5 one time. How many is left over? There's 2 left over, because 5 minus 3 is 2. And then you put it over your denominator of 3. And that would be your final answer. Okay? Not all numbers that you add do end up in the improper form. Some of them you can simplify and will be proper. One of them is this one. So if you did, again, you check your denominators the same, so we're good to go. 1 plus 1 is 2. over 4, you can reduce it because they're both even numbers. 2 goes into 2 one time, 2 goes into 4 two times. So your final answer is 1/2. That's a proper fraction because your numerator is less than your denominator. So this one was a proper fraction. You're set to go. All right. So that's how you add fractions that have a common denominator. All right. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, always feel free to reach out to me. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.